Hey guys, and welcome back. We're going to do a little series here where we're going to focus on some of the specializations. And the first one I'm going to focus on today are the parks, which is typically the first specialization that you do unlock in the game at level 3. There are roughly about 250 different types of parks, 35 of them being year-round buildings. When you do get to start receiving these are the first things that you want to get in your city to start seeing those boosts in population. However, there are not any hotspots that are associated with the parks. And I wanted to give you a quick look at some of the different styles of parks. And we will talk about each one of these parks here a little bit more specifically. I just kind of picked this region here because I do have a lot of different styles of parks here in my city. But the very first park that most people will get is probably that small mountain park, just because of the price, about $5,000. The boost area is about 8x6 at only 10%, and it's one of the ones that you can get at level 3. The Royal Blimp was one of the giveaway parks that they had done a while ago, and I don't really have anything big enough to show you, but you can kind of see that it's going to stretch about a 4x4 spot, and the type of boost that I would get from that right there is a 20x20 area coverage. The Plum Bob Park here, this is going to cost you some cash, $140, though it is a pretty good boost at 20% at a 6x8 unit. The Graveyard, again, this creates events. This is one that they typically have out around Halloween. The Heart Balloon Park, as you see there, also covers that 4x4 area. Dog Sled Park that I have here was a winter item. And what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to change the region that I am in, and I can put some of these out for you guys. And you can kind of see what they're looking like here. There's the Blimp again. The Cursed Swamp. The Dragon Dance. As you guys can see, these are covering 2x4s. That there was the Dumpling Market 12x10 with a 15% boost. Got the Lion Dance. The Chinese Theater Show here, 10x10 coverage with a 20% boost. The Straw Goat. The Modern Park is also another park here that's pretty much always available for you to use. The University Park Quad that I showed you earlier in the other region does cost 200 sim cash, covers a 10x12 area. The boost size is 25%. Is another park that is available, level 3. The University Park Cafeteria here costs about 14,000 simoleons, boosts 8x10, covers a 2x2 size there. Population required there is only 10,000. The Peaceful Park is probably one of your go-to parks if you're just starting, because of the cost being only 8,000 with a 6x10 coverage area, 25% boost. You can do a pretty good job of stacking these across the road if you do this, and then put a couple residential units on each side. It is the most cost-effective. As you see here, the difference between the Peaceful Park and the Urban Plaza. The boost is still bigger with the Peaceful Park than the Urban Plaza, and it is going to be a lot more cost-effective for 4,000 less. Same with the sculpture garden, 6x8. And the only difference is, just the way that they look. The row of trees is special because when you do put it, you see how it's different when it runs along the roadside. It's going to run the wide side towards the road rather than the skinny side. The Casino City Park here. You see what a soccer field looks like for $24,000 if you're adding different types of sports items to your city. The golf course is a nice addition if you have the area. I do tend to use the golf course in my feeder cities only because I typically have the extra coin and I can just drop them in there. Water park playground for $400 sim cash may not really be worth it. Jogging path. A garden gnome again, $500 sim cash if it's really worth it to you to have a giant garden gnome. The basketball court, 10x6, $600 sim cash. Dolly the dinosaur. The Ultimate Mayor statue is probably your best bet if you are somebody who competes weekly in the Contest of Mayors. That'll give you the opportunity to get one of these, as they cost 250 of the platinum keys, but you do get 100% coverage of a 10x10 grid, and I pretty much took my capital city and made sure I spaced these out properly to get the coverage that I needed to have 100% coverage for parks inside my city. The Tokyo Town Gate. The Old Palace Park there is a little bit larger. A skate park, again, much like the basketball court, does cover 6x12, a little bit bigger, but the $800 price range is a little bit too much for me. The fish market isn't bad at $18,000. Covers a 10x10, but only 15%. The Sakura Park here is also one of the big ones if you have the extra money, as those are $60,000 to get, but they have a really good boost at 25% and a nice range for a 1x1 item. Geometric sculptures there right next to that with the Dutch windmill. Royal Garden does cover that 4x4 square, and it is 6 platinum keys. The Omega Park is also another one that's nice at 5 platinum keys for a 2x2 area, only because the price is not incremental like the landscape, how if you purchase one, it's not going to raise from 5 to 10 the next time that you want to get one. I have a lot more parks than I really thought I did. The Pumpkin Man statue is one that I got during Halloween. 7x9, 25% isn't a bad little coverage area. The ruined bell tower. We have our jack-o'-lanterns. Feathery Mansion here is a little bit bigger at a 4x3 coverage. Holiday Market here, 4x4. 12x12 coverage, 30% boost, not too bad. The Extreme Skate Park, also that same size. Looks like I'm running out of area here. You can see the Teddy Park. The Chicken and the Egg, got some Easter park specifics. More Easter. The Topiary Plum Bob isn't too bad of a little park here either. A 2x2 coverage. I'll put that back in storage so you can see that it is an 8x8, 25% boost. Parliament Park also runs the long way along the road. Windsor Home Park. You have a couple of these as well. The Winter Bonfire. The Deluxe Department Store is nice other than the size. It does have a 40% boost associated with it. The Completely Normal House 14 by 14, 30% isn't too bad for a 2x2 area. Little Plant of Horrors, another one that came out around Halloween. The Whatville was a Christmas-specific park that came out. Apologize for the glitching. Blooming Hill, another Easter park that we have received. Himalayan Garden, there is also a little large at 4x4. The Medieval Market, another 4x4. Mansion of Recently Deceased, 4x3, which we received around Halloween. The Gailing Ramadan Bazaar is an event park. That's what these little icons here mean. The Winter Holiday Park, you can see it has night effects. The Winter Holiday Skating Pond. Take a look at the Eggo Capsule. The Year of the Dragon. Heart-shaped park. Here we go. Another Valentine's themed park. Have our resort. Coffin House. Which I believe this one's got a pretty decent boost to it. 30% isn't too bad. The Artists Park. Majestic Mountain. The Contractor's Playground. A lot of nice little kid rides in there. This is a really big park. The Whispering Woods. I use this one a lot in my... what happened? I use the Whispering Woods a lot in my design challenge when I'm trying to fill a little area with woods without having to use a lot of trees. Munich Beverage Garden. The Lake Railway is also pretty large. I'm not sure if I have a spot here I can put it. Let me see, go over here. The Vampire Cemetery. And the Workers' Apartments, which was a relatively new park that they had just done. 18 by 18 with a 40% boost. So that's what a lot of the parks look like, guys. If you haven't had an opportunity to see some of them other than pictures of them, you can at least see what the sizes of them look like. Hopefully you like this type of content. If you do, be sure to like and subscribe to these videos. I'll be sure to put some more out. And until next time, guys, happy gaming.